My name is Prajwal Patil. In this video, I will demonstrate AI post CRM HCP application. The objective of this application was to build a log interaction screen where a pharmaceutical sales representative can record meetings with healthcare professionals using AI assistant. In this project, I have used React with Redux for front end, FastAPI for back end, PostgreSQL as a database, LangGraph for AI orchestration, and Groq API for using Gemma to LLM. I will first demonstrate the application and then explain the project architecture and source code. This is my main screen of the application. The screen is divided into two sections. On the left side, I have the form where user can review the interaction details. On the right side, we have AI assistant. The AI assistant allows the sales representative to describe the meeting in natural language, and AI extract structured information automatically using AI agent tools. Here are all the fields required which can be filled using the chat application. So now I will enter some chat So before sending the chat, the sales representative need to select the HCP name from the drop down here. So I am going to select the name as Sneha Kulkarni, and also I have entered the name as Sneha Kulkarni in the chat. Even if the sales representative do a mistake of giving some another name, then AI assistant will recognize and give a warning that the log was recorded for whatever the drop down was selected here and not the name given here. So if we didn't select any name, then sales representative cannot send the chat until he selects something from the drop down. And I will select it, and I will just make some wrong name here. Instead of Sneha, I will give Priya Kulkarni, and we'll see if AI can recognize that there is a mismatch in the name, and it will give a note. So I will send this. Okay, the interaction was logged successfully for Sneha Kulkarni, whichever was selected in the drop down, and it also mentioned note that your message mentioned Dr. Priya Kulkarni, which doesn't match the selected HCP. So the interaction was logged using the HCP selected in the form. So whatever was selected in the form, that one is logged. So now we can add some fields which are missing here, or we can. So I will just give time was 2:20 p.m. So it uses a 24 clock like timing. So it will give around 14:20 as the time. Okay, so you can see that as correctly recognized. And now we'll try to change the sentiment. Okay, sentiment is changed. So I will add this also. After sample packs were distributed. So samples distributed, no material is there. So I will add this. Okay, sample was recorded. So now let us look at the code part. This is the LangGraph AI orchestration code. So we have 8 nodes and 6 tools here. So first the agent flow starts from extraction. So first it will try to understand whether it is a new interaction or we have to edit the previous one using this router here. So if if the front end request has the interaction ID, then we have to edit the whatever the interaction provided in the ID. Otherwise we'll create a new log. So based on that we'll route it. So in the extract route we have around three tasks, like we need to extract the log data using AI, and AI will extract the structured data from the AI. And then resolve HCP. Resolve HCP is for if user has given different names in the drop down menu and in the chat application. So if chat mentions a different name and the drop down has given a different name, then we'll give a note, or in future we can update it to some other logic. So this will create a log interaction node, will create a record in the database, and will also generate the response for the front end, so that front end gets the data. And just will give us, we will have a summarization of whatever has given by the user input. And this is edit flow. If the interaction already, if the front end request already mentions interaction ID, then we will come in this side of the graph, where we will extract the whatever fields required, and then we will log, will update the record in the database and send the response. So let us look at the each one of the node. So this is extract node. This extract node is in the part of the log, new log. When new log is created, we will do this extract node. So extract tool we will call here. So extract tool will take the user input from the state, and it will call the extract details, and using LLM we get the extracted data, and we'll try to normalize the date and time, which are usually not as required by the, not in the date and time format whatever expected by the backend and the front end. So we'll try to normalize the date. If date is not given, we'll take current date as the date of the interaction with the HCP. Time, if no time is there, we'll keep it null only. We'll normalize list data, whichever list is coming, we'll try to normalize that list also here. So then we'll return the extracted data. Then we have resolve HCP node, and resolve HCP node just checks whether both are different or how. If it is both are different, then we'll give a note to the user that you have mentioned a different name in the chat and drop down was different. Then we have summarize. Summarize is just summarizes the whatever the user input is given, so whatever fields are extracted. Log interaction actually creates the record in the database. So let's look at it. So it just creates a log in the DB and it passes the state. So here we can see. So this is the log interaction tool. So it takes the data and passes it to create interaction. Then similarly we have response node. This sends a response to the front end, whatever is displayed in the chat as a AI response. Then we have edit interaction node and edit extract node. This will extract the data and this will update the DB. So in edit extract tool we have this extra thing for if any value is null or if it is empty, then we will not update it. Only whatever values were exactly mentioned in the chat, only then we have to update. Otherwise every value will other value will be reset to empty or null things. So I have taken care of it, and whatever the user enters new values, only those will be updated. So this is a edit extract tool. Then we have other parts of the thing, like in AI we have this Groq client where we'll load the Groq API key and all. Then we have LLM service where we call the LLM and generate the response. So this one is generate response. This is the base one which calls the LLM, and we have user prompt and system prompt and temperature, everything. So we'll call this generate response from every other function, like generate summary will call generate response, extract interaction details will call generate response, so on, like detect intent, every other function will make use of the generate response. So we have defined this prompts also in a separate file for prompts, and for every different tool we have different prompt written here separately. Okay, so this was the backend code, and also we have this database and repository models to store in the PostgreSQL. So this is the backend part, and in front end part we have this interaction details. This form is for left hand side, which are the form fields are there, like date field, time field, and attendees field, and all are there here. Interaction type, HCP name, and all. And in the AI field we have the chat side, like chat input and chat window. And then we have features for Redux. So we have slice and selectors here for interaction, for HCP, and for chat and all. So we have pages, one is interaction page, the whatever page we have, and another is a log interaction page, which will display whatever the logs are currently present in the database. This is it. Thank you.